ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम ओम नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्ध ज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशांताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शंकरं लोकशंकरं। समस्त ब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। वेदव्यास वैशंपायन याज्ञवल्क्य आद्य शंकरादि गुरुभ्यो नमः। समस्त गुरूणां देवतानाम् अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव सिद्ध्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्थापक भक्तानां विघ्न निवारण शत्रु निर्मूलन शक्ति प्राप्ति द्वारा विजय प्राप्त्यर्थं श्री तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदः पारायणं आदि शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ पारायणम्। Our paranam is the last portion of the Bhruguvalli न कंचन वसतौ। ओम न कंचन वसतौ प्रत्याचक्षेत तद्व्रतं तस्माद् यया कया च विधया बह्वन्नं प्राप्नुयात् आराध्यस्मा अन्नमित्याचक्षते एतद्वै मुखतोऽन्नगं राद्धं मुखतोऽस्मा अन्नगं राध्यते एतद्वै मध्यतोऽन्नगं राद्धं मध्यतोऽस्मा अन्नगं राध्यते एतद्वा अन्ततोऽन्नगं राद्धं अन्ततोऽस्मा अन्नगं राध्यते य एवं वेद क्षेम इति वाचे योगक्षेम इति प्राणापानयोः कर्मेति हस्तयोः गतिरिति पादयोः विमुक्तिरिति पायौ इति मानुषी समाज्ञा अथ दैवी तृप्तिरिति वृष्टौ बलमिति विद्युते यश इति पशुषो ज्योतिरिति नक्षत्रेषु प्रजातिरमृतमानन्द इत्युपस्थे सर्वमित्याकाशे तत्प्रतिष्ठेत्युपासेत प्रतिष्ठावान् भवते तन्मह इत्युपासेत महान् भवते तन्मन इत्युपासेत मानवान् भवते तन्नम इत्युपासेत नम्यन्ते स्मै कामाः तद्ब्रह्मेत्युपासेत ब्रह्मवान् भवते तद्ब्रह्मणः परिमर इत्युपासेत पर्येण म्रियन्ते द्विषन्तः सपत्नाः पर्ये प्रिया भ्रातृव्याः स यश्चायं पुरुषे यश्चासावादित्ये स एकः स य एवं विद अस्माल्लोकात् प्रेत्य एतमन्नमयमात्मानमुपसङ्क्रम्य एतं प्राणमयमात्मानमुपसङ्क्रम्य एतं मनोमयमात्मानमुपसङ्क्रम्य एतं विज्ञानमयमात्मानमुपसङ्क्रम्य एतमानन्दमयमात्मानमुपसङ्क्रम्य इमान् लोकान् कामान्निकामरूप्यनुसञ्चरन् एतत्सामगायन्नास्ते हावो 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 अहमन्नमहमन्नमहमन्नम् अहमन्नादो अहमन्नादो अहमन्नादः अहग्गश्लोककृदहग्गश्लोककृदहग्ग श्लोककृतो अहमस्मि प्रथमजारुतास्य पूर्वं देवेभ्यो अमृतस्य ना भाहि यो मा ददाति स इदेव मा भाः अहमन्नमन्नमदन्तमाद्मि अहं विश्वं भुवनमभ्यभवाम सुवर्णज्योतेः य एवं वेद इत्युपनिषद ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ओम अथ तैत्तिरीयारण्यकार अंतर्गत कृष्ण यजुर्वेदांतर्गत तैत्तिरीयोपनिषदा ओम यस्मात् जातं जगत्सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रलीयते येनेदन्धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः येरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरुचीनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मावादिशं ऋतमवादिशं सत्यमवादिशं तन्मामावेत तद्वक्तारमावेत आवेन्माम् आवेद्वक्तारम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ द्वितीया ब्रह्मानन्दवल्ली शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 अथ प्रथमोऽनुवागः ॐ ब्रह्मविदाप्नोति परं तदेशाभ्युक्ता सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तं ब्रह्म यो वेदनिहितं गुहायां परमे व्योमन् सोऽश्नुते सर्वान् कामान् सह ब्रह्मणा विपश्चिते ते तस्माद्वा एतस्मादात्मन आकाश सम्भूतः आकाशाद्वायुः वायोरग्निः अग्निरापः अद्य पृथिवी पृथिव्या ओषधयः ओषधीभ्योऽन्नम् अन्नात् पुरुषः स वा एष पुरुषोऽन्नरसमयः तस्येदमेव शिरः अयं दक्षिणपक्षः अयमुत्तरपक्षः अयमात्मा इदं पुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवति ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः Salutations to Vedavyasa, Vaishampayana, Yajnavalkya, Adi Shankaradi, Taittiriya Upanishad, Acharyas, Gurus and Bhashyakar. Also to all Brahma Vidya Acharyas, starting from Brahmadeva. Let us salute all the Rishimuni Guru Devatas. Salutations to Shruti Mata and salutations to the Parabrahma Tattva. So here in this Dvitiya Brahmananda Valli, the Sutra Vakya and the Lakshana Vakya, we are trying to fully grasp or understand. In this, the effort and struggle is to take us to that Brahma Anubhuti, one side which is the giver of the Parama Supreme, the other side, this Brahma Anubhuti is such one that only through Anubhuti it can be experienced. In no other way it can be communicated. Yet for the Guru, other than communicating through words, there is no way out to teach. Therefore, he is teaching. But when he is teaching, every teaching has got again some limitations, some problems. Therefore, they have to be sorted out, and then the attention of the student should be lifted towards that pure Brahma, toward that pure Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. So, it is an experience beyond any words, but it has to be communicated through the words. But when the words are employed to communicate it, the words and words' way of talking has its own inherent shortcomings, limitations, which will pull that Brahma Tattva to the lower level. Therefore, those things have to be sorted out and answered. And all these words which Guru speaks are the meanings which we have to contemplate. on the meditational contemplation seat, then we will be reaching nearer. In tentatively, first in the intellectual understanding, which is not correct or complete. Thereafter, when our Shraddha to know the truth is more and more, then an intuitive power will come, which is even higher and subtler than the intellect. That intuitive power will reveal that Brahma as our own Atma and Anubhuti. Till that time, the struggle for the Guru to teach, the difficulty for the disciple to understand, or the other way around, difficulty for Guru to teach, struggle for the student to understand, it goes on. But then it has an end with the grace of Guru and Shruti Mata, a clarity will come one day. But then, even for that also, we should deserve, we should have that strong desire, Shubhecha and all, and we should have our Antakarna prepared for that higher flights. And for that, it has to be brought away from all the routine ways of life. It is not an ordinary Vidya, the Brahma Vidya is. Otherwise, how can the Brahma Vidya be called as the giver of Param, Supreme? So, if the Supreme is the gain of the Brahma Vidya, equally would be tough and difficult is this Brahma Vidya to comprehend intellectually, to contemplate in the seat of meditation, and to reach out. But we will not give up. If not today, someday, slowly we may grasp it. So, at our own level, we were trying to understand the Shankara Bhagavan's Bhashyam from last few days. So here, yesterday what was said was कि स्व आत्मा अव्यत स्वरूप अव्यतिरेकेण कार्यत उपचार. These two things we have to talk about. Brahman in his swarupa is satyam, unmodifiable. Brahman is in swarupa is gnapti, is a pure jnanam, doesn't undergo any of the triputi or division, and is anantam, it is endless. Now, perceive or feel all the three put together, it is unchangeable, unmodifiable, eternal, existing, pure Gnapti Swarup. Now, can we conceptualize it with the intellect? We can just feel, imagine that there is something in this meaning the Shastra is indicating as Brahman. So these are the words used by the Shastra indicating the Brahman to us. So while analyzing the words, we are trying to come to an intellectual comprehension. But then this intellectual comprehension only gives us a feeling that we have understood what is said by Shruti Mata. But you cannot comprehend or conceptualize a thing of this sort existing as outer thing. That's what is the struggle even of the Purvapakshi very honestly. Even the Guru says it is not an object. It is not an object as you see every any object with any of the properties. That is the difficulty. And that is the benefit also. Why? It is difficulty because it cannot, if it is explained like any of the objects, it will be perishable like any other object. It is not so. And because it is so, then only when you discover it, you obtain the param. Anything easily comprehensible by intellect, though intellect comprehends it, it is a limited vastu. It is not the giver of param. So Parabrahma, if it is like that, comprehensible by intellect, he cannot be param. And if he has to be param, he should be like that only, beyond even the conceptualization of intellect. Intellect still will take us to a nearest place. The intellect's job, along with taking us near to the Brahman, is to take away from the non-Brahman. Intellectual analysis of the Adi Shankara Bhashyam on the Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, the Lakshana Vakya Brahman, is to take our attention away from everything which is other than Brahman and to nearest possible post it takes. After that, we have to jump out of the vehicle, even of the contemplation and all, enter into the meditational hall of merging with that Brahman. Okay, so Swarupa Avyatirekena what is Satyam Jnanavanantam is the Swarupa of Brahman. It has never changed from it into any form, any time. It is Satyam, it never became Anrutam. It is Gnapti Matra, it has never become Jnana Kardru. It is always Ananta. It is neither Santa or Antavana, nor it is depending on anything else. This is what is about the Brahma as Swarupa Vyatirekena. Now we have to see the second line called as Karyatopachara. Now, Karyatopachara is means what? In all the scriptures, when the Srushti had to be explained, then it always has explained as it has been created by Brahman, or it has come out of Brahman, or it has manifested out of Brahman, or it is superimposed on Brahman. All these explanations, though they are in the Shruti, they are not saying either the Shruti as real, or Srushti as real, or the Brahman has created all of that. But still, then why did you say? Why that Karyatva of that Brahman in the Shruti itself, Upacharat? What is the Upachara? You are seeing it, you seek an explanation. Like we said, the gold is a cause of the ornaments, is a karya, upachara, it is the karyat of the gold, because we are seeing ornaments, we are asking for the explanation of its cause. Therefore, did the gold become the ornaments? Did the gold change to express as an ornament? Has the gold allowed the ornamentation to be projected on it? All of them answers are yes and no. But the ultimate answer is no. Why? Because gold always remaining as gold. If you can understand that example, here also Swarupa Avyatireka is gold, like gold the Brahman. Then the gold became ornaments is Upachara. So to Brahman has become the Jnana Swarupa or has become Triputi for the transactional sake of the world. Also is the Upachara. And then tell me what exactly happening. What exactly happening is what is there is Paramatma alone, first of all. If you recognize it, there is no tension. You yourself will not ask question. Okay. Now you are asking question. Because of the question, answer starts. What is the answer? That Paramatma is alone is there. Tathapi, then buddhehe upadhi lakshanayaha. See, because of the buddhi. What is buddhi? Upadhi of Paramatma. What is the upadhitva of the buddhi of Paramatma? For a person who is experiencing the world, he can't experience the world without the antakarana. Therefore, the antakarana is said to be the upadhi. And whose upadhi it is, it cannot be without the Atma. Therefore, Atma Swarup ka hi upadhi rupata is called as buddhi. That is why upadhi lakshanaya. There are two things. Swarupa lakshana of the Atma is Satyam Jnanam Anandam. Upadhi lakshana of the Atma is what? The chitta or buddhi or antakarana. So what is upadhi? As we said, though it is not there, yet at the time of Vyavahara, born out of the ignorance of the Atma, it appears to be there. Now imagine where is the ornamentation? Ornamentation is upadhi on the gold. What is the upadhitva of the ornament? अपने आप तो कोई है ही नहीं वो, but still it is giving a form and shape to the gold, which is without shape, which is without form. Even though shape and form is given, shape and name is given to the gold, yet the gold is always without shape and name. If you can sort out that riddle, here also the same thing. Upadhi lakshanayaha buddhehe, and that buddhi now which is upadhi lakshana yukta, it has atma. Atma has never disappeared from anywhere in the universe. It is always there. But now it is riding on the buddhi. Buddhi has become its upadhi. And again, there is nothing called as the buddhi other than the atma supremely or absolutely. But yet, to answer the question that how he has become the kartru, jnana kartru, we are saying buddhi only, like the husband is with the upadhi is called as, sorry, man is with the upadhi called as husband. In the same way, in this Paramatma Vastu only, this upadhi of the buddhi is seen or imagined or projected. That buddhi or that chitta, that antakarana goes through the indriyas and gets the shape of the object. And this Paramatma Chaitanya is illuminating that. Now that illuminated object And the illuminator itself is the knower. Illumined, sorry, the illumination or the reflection itself is the knower. So there, through the upadhi of antakarana and the indriyas, when Paramatma has gone onto the objects, then the vrittis have happened there of the knower known knowledge. Yet the pure Paramatma remained as it is. But those who are not able to discriminate between the pure Paramatma as himself and the Triputi Vrittis of the Jnata and Jnanam, Gnayam, not able to differentiate them, they attribute the Jnatrutva of the Buddhi Upadhi unto Paramatma. This is called as Upacharat. The pure, like gold became ornament. Gold, did it become? See, that becoming is an action on the gold. Like throughout life, we see a object has fallen down. Oh, that thing has fell down, we say. It never fell. Then what happened? That the gravitational pull made it pull down. Therefore, it fell down. उसमें कोई एक्चुअल क्रिया है क्या? But it is a जड़ वस्तु. We are giving only an example. So many things. Car broke, we say. Car has no consciousness in it to get broken, but we give the कर्तृत्व to that. है कि नहीं? साइकिल का चेन टूट गया. अरे साइकिल का चेन टूटना क्या है? टूट गया इज ए क्रिया. बट डू दैट चेन कैन डू दैट क्रिया of टूट जाना? It cannot, because it is jada vastu. Because of the worn outness in that, it has broken, that's it. Again, it has broken, we say, a kriya is given to all the jada. See, the mountain standing, we say. Mountain standing is a gerund, it's an action. But is the mountain doing the action of standing like a man standing? So that upachara ke liye. Understood, no? Then we say the chain has broken, ornament has broken. It is lost, we say. How will it be lost? You have not seen it. Conscious fellow, you are not aware of it. It is not lost. If you understand that karyatva is on upachara, it is done. Everything, the rain has fallen or the cyclone has attacked, ये सब कार्यत्व हम उपचार करते हैं. It is actually, there is no karta in that to do. That's what we are trying to say. But we उपचार से कार्यत्व हम करते हैं. है कि ना? Everywhere so, even in Vyavahara. Here also, the one who is not able to see the pure consciousness, point one. Second, through the upadhi of antakarana, when the triputi is happening, that triputi is in the upadhi only. The antakarana wala upadhi. Antakarana only became jnata. Antakarana only became jneya. Antakarana only became jnana. Now be attentive. Can the antakarana become all these three without atma? No. So is there atma is there everywhere? Yes. So if the atma is everywhere, therefore he alone has become all the three. Is it not? No. That is the point. You are saying that without atma they cannot. And you say atma has not become triputi. What do you mean by? What I meant was that only. Sarupa vyatirekena, this karyatva is upachara. This is the thing, if we can really sort out in our understanding, then we will know what to meditate on. And also, the whole riddle of the world, which we were never solved so far, for thousands of lives, is sorted out. What is that? The non existing antakarana creating the world of triputi of jnata jnanam gnayam, superimposing on the self, on whom as substratum this antakarana is functional. It's a very big topic, please remember. Consciousness alone through the upadhi is the smeller, taster, toucher, hearer, feeler, thinker. Still, he himself is not going through any of those things. And then what is our job? Our job is through the Antakarnopadi as a Triputi, we are suffering. That's called samsara. We don't want samsara, suffering. Therefore, go back to your Sarupa Sthiti by doing the Vyatireka of the Upadi Lakshana Yukta Triputi. This should click to us. Therefore, what is our sadhana? The ज्ञाता ज्ञान ज्ञेय रूपी त्रिपुटी से हमको शुद्ध ज्ञप्ति रूप में पहुंचना है. That's called meditation. And to do that meditation, much before that, throughout our many lives, this Jnaya, Jnata, Jnana, we have to manage. The managing is as much as possible by understanding, accepting that they are unreal, we have to reject them. We have to devalue them. And who will do that? We only, because we only valued it. Unless we reject and devalue them, the pure self cannot be reached on the dhyana avastha as my real self. See, you catch that point here. Only the Brahmavid apnoti param. Only the knower of Brahman becomes the achiever of the supreme. So the param apnoti is not apnoti as an object other. It is our own essential self, like the 10th person. Therefore, darshanabhyam apekshatvat brahmana prapti aprapti. So therefore, we have to have the Atma darshanam. It is not again darshana kriya. It is being one with Atman. How to do that? Our focus should be both ways. One way is what? In our life from now onwards, the Triputi Yukta Jnanam has to be devalued. For that, Triputi has to be devalued. In that, first the Jnaya Vastu has to be devalued. That's why Jagan Mithya, they say. Only then the Mithya Jagat may, I want this or that Sukha or Anubhava, that Jnanam is rejected. ज्ञेय वस्तु इज जगत, इट इज मिथ्या. Therefore मिथ्या जगत का ज्ञानम का क्या जरूरत है? That is rejected. Then only the jnata also is rejected. Then still a question remains. If all the three are mithya, then on whom this is superimposed? Because superimposition cannot be without substratum. That substratum is the Satyam Jnanam Ananta Brahma, that is me. Again, it is not clear. We have to go deep in our own contemplation. No guru for so far has pushed this information into the disciple. Every disciple has learnt is he has pulled that information from the guru by himself by sparing the sufficient amount of time on the seat of contemplation meditation. Like every scientist, the Prakriti has not thrown on him the scientific laws. But he on the seat of contemplation or meditation, when he focused, then he got the revelation of the science, whatever. Is it not? Science, the Prakriti has no biasness कि इसको मैं reveal करूँ, उसको नहीं करूँ. Whoever is tuning to him. So the Guru has spoken. It is we who have to take that knowledge into us. And the whole thing to comprehend what a big, what a pure heart, and then Shuddha Sattva Guna Antakarana, freed from all the distractions we have to have. Totally engrossed in the Brahma Vidya Vicharana. See, intellect has to be freed from the mind with all its ragadvesha, with senses, with all its attractions, with the body, with all its pulls. The one who has risen above all these three, he alone can do. Like the 5 children nagging the mother, can she cook the food properly? एक खींच रहा है, एक पल्लू पकड़ रहा है, एक चिल्ला रहा है, एक रो रहा है. She, imagine all the 5 stupid fellows have gone to school. आराम से she does his work. In the same way, when we are living life at the level of outer world of objects given reality, people given importance, then the body is taken as so real and me. All the time complaint on the deha, or suffering because of the deha, or using the deha only to sleep. And the indriyas, 5, not 1, not 2, each one with millions of demands, endless. And the mind in its own habituated, what can we use the abuse for the mind? Habituated devilishness of its own emotions, whims and fancies and imaginations, projection. क्योंकि उस बेवकूफ को आदत हो गया. Now, with so many things torturing the buddhi, how can the buddhi contemplate on these subtle truths? Therefore, the intellectual comprehension is becoming difficult. Unless intellectually we are thorough, what do we do on meditation? Meditation seat mein. After Bauddhika Avagahana understanding only, the meditation is done to reach to the state which is convinced on the state, on the inquiry stage. इज इट नॉट इंटेलेक्चुअल अंडरस्टैंडिंग जो हुआ उसको पहुंचने के लिए हम निधि ध्यासन करते हैं आई एम जस्ट टेलिंग विच आर नॉट मेंशन्ड हियर हियर तो भगवान आदिशंकर फील्स दोज हु आर कमिंग टू द स्टडी ऑफ द भाष्य एंड दिस दे आर ऑलरेडी हैव गॉन थ्रू ऑल दैट विद दैट इमेजिनेशन दे टेल है कि नहीं ठप्पा लग गया इसी लोग आए ऐसा बट वी हैव नॉट एट रीच टू दैट लेवल ऑफ प्योर इंटेलेक्ट सटल इंटेलेक्ट सिंगल पॉइंटेड इंटेलेक्ट only the Brahma Vidya Vicharana oriented intellect. That is what is said in this fourth Anuvaka, Medhaya Pihitaha. You know, with the Laukika Prajna, our Buddhi is covered so much that it is not able to contemplate on the truth. Even the word meaning is not clicking to us. What to talk about the grammatical sentence and its meaning, and through that the actual meaning. It's just information. There's nothing to worry about it. That's how everybody goes through. Then we will, when we understand the need of this, then we create such intellect which is capable of piercing through the words and trying to understand the deeper meanings. We may try for that intellect. So now onwards, what is our job? Prepare our intellect to be so subtle, beautiful, pure, and single pointed. It is able to understand every word of Bhagavan Adi Shankara. Through that, every word of the main mantra. It is a few lives process. But the process we started. It's a struggle always when we are in the process. And another big problem is what? Even though we feel like understanding little, but our memory power is so strong that in the very next moment we lose everything. Again, back to square one. So these are all the things to be sorted out. Like a person को accident होके आया तो so many things are sorted out. First heart is checked, then brain is checked. If they are fine, then each of the things are sorted out. We are in the samsara accident, bruised everywhere because of all these things. So we have to sort out every one of them. It is so for everyone. There is no exception, no need of an exception. So, therefore, avivekibhi parikalpyante. So, through the antakarana, going through the indriyas, when the antakarana has taken the shape of that vritti, in that antakarana, because Paramatma is always there, because he is the one who has to be all permeating, then the antakarana vritti has taken the shape of the object. Therefore, an object vritti is created. Then, in that object vritti, the Chaitanya is reflected, which is there always vritti. Then, that vritti has become known. Then, the reflection जो हुआ Chaitanya का उस वृत्ति में, he himself is called Chidava. So, Chiti Chaya it is called in Yoga Bhasha. If that Chiti Chaya or Chidavasa, he is the knower. So the knower, known knowledge are there at the antakarana level. Yet the pure Atma, which is permeating the known, knower, knowledge, all the three, yet it has not become so. This is the truth. We have to contemplate on that and realize it. Guru is not trying to make us believe कि आत्मा जैसे का वैसा है बेटा मान लो और ये त्रिपुटी जो है केवल उपचार के लिए ऐसे मान लो ये मानने की बात नहीं है सत्य की बात है उसको जानना है इन कॉन्टेम्पलेशन व्हाट वी हैव टू डू दिस ओनली दैट इज व्हाई फ्रॉम दैट स्टैंड पॉइंट ओनली द जगत इज सेड टू बी मिथ्या फ्रॉम दैट स्टैंड पॉइंट ओनली इट इज सेड वन ब्रह्मन अलोन इज परमेटिंग एंटायर यूनिवर्स The whole universe is experienced in our chitta. Therefore, if the chitta is sorted out, entire universe is understood. When the chitta is sorted out as what? Upachar ke liye karyatva hai. At the same time, The Brahma ka Atma ka Swarup avyatirikt hai, has never changed from its Satyam Jnanamanantan Rupa. If this intellectual understanding is stronger, then on the seat of meditation, rejecting the Triputis, rejecting the Antakarana Upadhi, when we reach to the Satyam Brahma and confirm it through the Jnanam Brahma and establish it through Anantam Brahma, then that understanding will make us understand or accept the whole world is Karyatvacharat. In and through that world, the Avyatireka Atma or Brahma very much permeate. Inside, if you sort out, outer is sorted out. There is nothing in outer in Vedanta. Everything is in Antakarana. And the Antakarana is only Upadhi of the Atma. Upadhi means what? It's not there yet at the time of our experience in the world. We have to accept that it is there, but it cannot be without the Atma. Therefore, it has to be said as expressing out of Atma. But Atma has not changed. Therefore, it has to be termed as Upadhi. See, a person, a graduated, a engineer बन गया हो. Now, while becoming engineering, had that man changed? No. But he got a knowledge of engineering. Therefore, Aupadhikatvena is called as engineer. That's how in Telugu it is called as Upadhi Kalpana Pathakam. It's called Upadhi only. It is not reality. Yesterday, this government announced 5,000 government jobs. The other day, 10 lakh central government jobs they have announced. Upadhi. A person became doctor. Did he change? उनका हाथ पैर नाक कान चेंज हो गया क्या? His ego चेंज हुआ क्या? इसको consciousness चेंज हुआ क्या? नहीं. What happened? In the intellect, that knowledge came. Through that knowledge, he is now termed as the doctor. Therefore, it's an upadhi. In the same way, the antakarana is an upadhi. Seen through that antakarana, Atma upachara ke liye is jnatrutva said in the Shastras. And every of these things, the upacharatva of the antakarana, and through that, the expression of the Triputi on the deep contemplation level, they are all not real, they are rejectable. That is what we have to do. That is the toughest part. That's what meditation is. So, how we have to go deep inside, as we just now said, to go deep inside meditation, the outer things we have to draw. But when we are habituated to the outer things, one. Second is, without them, so I can't live in that side, just in that tension we are. Like people, when they are habituated to go to the office in car, one day the car is broken, how much worried they are, tension. अरे लेट हो रहा है यार, कार खराब हो गया, मैं कैसे करूँ, क्या करूँ? अरे पैदल जा, साइकिल पे जा, रिक्शा में जाओ, ऑटो में जाओ, टैक्सी लो, पड़ोसी से हेल्प ले लो. But all of them will not come to his mind because he is habituated to travel only in car. In the same way, we are habituated to live life with the upadhi, especially देह इंद्रियादि. और इसके बिना अंदर गए तो हम रहेंगे कि नहीं, वो डर है. That also has to be broken. The slavery to the upadhis have to go away. The fear, if we leave them, will I survive or not, that should go away. In fact, that subtlest being is real me, which is infinitely blissful. This positive conviction has to come. Then only we will be able to, on the seat of Dhyanam, will transcend the upadhis to go to the self. But before that, the intellectual explanation is this one. Swarupa Vyatarekena Karyatva Upachara. And how the Karyatva Upacharata? This Buddhi Upadhi Dwarena, Antakarana, Indriya Dwarena, Vishayakara. That is what now I'll read that sentence. You see, कि बुद्धे हैं उपाधि लक्षणायाः बुद्धे हैं चक्षुरादि द्वारैः विषयाकार पारिणामिन्याः ये शब्दादि आकार अवभासाः. All that is Atma only. Atma only through the upadhi is buddhi. Atma only through the upadhi is indriya. Atma only through upadhi, having gone into the object, has taken the shape of that object. Vishayakara. See, बुद्धेः उपाधि लक्षणायाः चक्षुरादि द्वारा ही विषयाकार परिणामिन्याः ये शब्दादि आकार आभासा, these are all adjectives of Atma. आत्मा ही इतने रूप में गोचरत हो रहा है. हाँ, शब्दाद आकार आभासा ते आत्मविज्ञान से विषयभूता. This is what we studied yesterday in our Patanjali Yoga Darshan also. They are all आत्मविज्ञान से विषयभूता means what? They have become the objects of the awareness of the self. This is what the tamasha that's happening. This is what we have to sort out. Atma alone has, through the antakarana, gone through the senses and took the shape of the object called as vritti. Then that is totally illumined by again the Atma Vastu only. Then what happened? That Atma which is illuminator without changing itself is superimposed the karyatva, jnana kartrutva ityadi. It has gone through the modifications. Any example, like a big cake you cut. Cake is cut into pieces. We say, you have made it that way, but cake has not got cut into. It is always cake. Even this much part also is cake only. केक नामक चीज को आप काट नहीं सकते. See that subtlety of intellect if you want understanding. Cake can be imagined to be made into pieces for the convenience sake of sharing with others. But every piece of it is cake only. Cake never got cut. So too, Shuddha Atma has never got broken into three. Yet these three are Atma only. Gold has never become ornaments, yet ornaments, every part is gold only. So, the Utpadyamana eva. See, Shabdadi Akara Vasa te Atma Vijnanasya Vishayabhutaha. Utpadyamana eva Atma Vijnanena Vyaptaha Utpadyante. See, there is the expression or creation of these three without creation. They have manifested from the Atma without manifesting. Atma has expressed as three, yet it has not become three. This is a central point of this discussion, if we can sort it out. From this standpoint, what is said when it is Jagat Mithya, don't think Jagat Mithya means the outer world of sun, moon, star. The part of the Jagat is this Deha. This also Mithya. Within the Deha, whatever the pranas, whatever the indriyas, whatever the antakarana we have, everything. Therefore, Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya means Brahman, other than Brahman, everything else is Jagat, including the Pancha Upadhis. All of that is Mithya. We generally Jagat Mithya means we think the outer world only. We exclude ourselves from that Mithyatva. अरे भाई ये जो उपाधि जिससे आप जगत को देख रहे हो यही भी मिथ्या है, यही फर्स्ट मिथ्या है. दिस फेलो इज द वन हु प्रोजेक्टेड ऑल दैट. But then with that ego as a jiva, how strongly we are identified even though we are suffering every moment. Mhm. No, this is just now we started listening to this knowledge. This has to be heard so many hundreds of times till we become so familiar with it. And then contemplate only on that. So then tasmat atma vijnana avabhasya cha vijnana shabda vachyaha. So the Vijnana Shabda Vachya means what? The Triputi of Jnata Jnanam Gnayam are Atma Vijnana Bhasyaha, illumined by commonly the pure conscious Atma. Jnapti Swarupa Atma, which is Brahma. Then te Dhatu Artha Bhutaha. See? Dhatu and Dhatu Artha. The pure Dhatu is Paramatma, Shuddha Chaitanya. Dhatu Artha means the manifestation or expression of the pure Paramatma as this Triputi. विज्ञानस्य वाचाते धातु अर्थभूतः नौ आत्मनेव धर्माः आत्मना विक्रियरूपाः इति अविवेकिभिः परिकल्प्यन्ते. They are the qualities of the Atma and they are the modifications of the Atma. That way, on the Atma, by avivekis, they are projected. देखो. Now, who is the culprit here? Antakarana. In the pure Atma, there is no Antakarana. There is no need of Antakarana for it. It is independent. That is what was the discussion earlier. It is Satyam. Satyam doesn't need other thing for its support. No. असत्य को सत्य का सपोर्ट चाहिए. सत्य को किस चीज की सपोर्ट चाहिए बताओ. So in the pure Atma, there is not even Antakarana. But now we are seeing the world. When the world is experienced, all our questions are coming. Then we have to bring to you our notice that the Upadhi is Antakarana, which is the one going through the senses and taking the shape of objects. It's all explanation sake at our level of experience. At the higher level, neither Antakarana is there, nor the Indriyas are there, nor the objects are there, other than apart from independent Paramatma. देखो, there's no ornament independent of apart from the gold. Any part of the gold you take, any part of the ornament, sorry, ornament का किसी भी तरह का बना उसको, it will have its own parts, ornaments के, या make an idol, let us say, any idol of Hanumanji made out of the dhatu, let us say gold. So any part of it is unreal from the gold standpoint. But for the sake of upachara, Hanumanji, with his gada, with his tail, with his face like that, and having that pose of Veeranjaneya mudra, ready to get up and do Sri Ramji's work. So you can see a person in that Hanuman, his parts in him, and you can name them and their functioning also. You say what Hanumanji does with the feet, he'll walk only. What will he do with the tail? He will beat you if you do nonsense. What will he do with Gada? He gives one on the Gada's head. Which Hanumanji? Which is in that idol? Where is the idol? In the gold. In the gold is there an idol? No. So to all of us are doing everything with all our upadhis. And none of these upadhis and our doings can be without pure Gnapti Swarupa Sachidananda Brahma. And in the Gnapti Swarupa Sachidananda Brahma, these are all not there. That alone is real. So what are these then? They are all for the Vyavahara. Then where have they come from? Brahman. Have they really come from Brahman? No. Then why are you saying like that? Karyatva upachara. The karyatva is only upachara ke liye. So really the Brahman has never changed to become anything. Yet upachara because of antakarana adi. Appearing only, not changed. Remember always, we have said it 20 days back. Remember, never say gold became ornament. Then we are lost in ignorance and samsara. Say gold is appearing as ornaments. So the mud is appearing as the pots. Mud is not becoming the pot, nor mud has created the pot. Mud is only appearance. If we can insist on this thought, in the local language व्यवहार में लोग व्यवहार का जो आदत हो गया वो बोलते हैं. Please remember, we have to keep the vyavaharic way of discussion away when we come to Vedantic interaction or intellection or analysis. लौकिक व्यवहार में चलता है वो. The mud has created the pot or the pot is created out of the mud. Mud became the pot. That's how they do because इस लैंग्वेज से उनको फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Their interest is in the mud, in the pot. But for Vedantin, we have to reach the truth. Therefore, we have to be careful with the language. Those languages of Vyavahara doesn't work. That's the problem. All the Vyavaharic language we are using in Vedanta, then we cannot understand the Vedanta as Vyavahara. Therefore, we are not able to. Because we see everything in the world, दिखता है हम देखते हैं. Therefore, we want to आत्मा को भी देखना चाह रहे हैं. हमें देख दोगे कैसे? It is you, but I want to see. Because I am habituated to see everything. Only when I see or hear or smell or taste or touch or feel or think that I experience something and say it is there. And we say, I say आत्मा को भी सामने खड़ा करो. This is a Vyavaharic habit. And with this powerful Vyavaharic habit, like a drunkard or the drug addict, when you counsel him, छोड़ो छोड़ो इसको बोल तो छोड़ेगा नहीं. इसी तरह when we are told, अरे बेटा ये object नहीं है रे, to put it in front and to make you show. That's what was the Purvapakshi's prashna. Then the Shankara Bhagavan answered, Array, if the Atma becomes Gneya Vastu, there's no Gnata. Then without Gnata, how can be a Gneya Vastu? So too the Atma cannot be divided as Jnata Gneyam. Already bata diya hai. 1 or 2 paragraphs before. So those things you have to contemplate. Is it not? So, what is the Atma Vastu? Swarupena Vyatireka. What is Swarupa? Satyam Jnanam Anantam. Then what is the entire world? It has come from the Paramatma. Did the Paramatma create the world? No. He became the world? No. Did he enter into the world? No. But then Upanishad only said Tat Sushtva Tadevanu Pravishatu Atmanam Upasankramati Upacharatu. For the sake of relevance or information, formality, it is said like that. For lifting the attention of the disciple to the Paramatma, for the listener's attention, for the meditator's attention. उपचार के लिए है वो. Like the stairs are there as an upachara for a person who is on the ground floor to climb to that level. But the one who is already there in the first floor or there, he doesn't need them. So then you cannot say that the stairs are reality, they are always existing. वो ऊपर जो आदमी है उसके लिए जरूरत ही नहीं वो. Same way the pure self, the one who is established in all these studies are required, not required. But we are in that Triputi Anubhuti. For us to come out, we have to say all has come out of Paramatma. That coming out of Paramatma is upachara. They neither came out nor Paramatma got changed from his essential thing, essential nature of Satyam Jnanam Anantam. This is what is the discussion so far. Okay, now 3-4 more levels of discussion are there. Yesterday we touched that also. Very, very interesting it is. Come to the next level. First level, what we have discussed, the Mula Vakya is what? Swarupa Vyatirekata, then Karyatva is only Upachara. That is proved through the Upadhi of the Antakarana going through the senses, taking the shape. Who is taking the shape of the object? Antakarana. Is Antakarana exists without the Atma? No. Therefore, Atma only through the Upadhi, taking the shape of the object, thereafter the Triputi formation, and Atma alone is illuminating them. This is what the experience is happening to us. But the Aviveki is not able to differentiate between the illuminating Paramatma and these three Triputi through the Antakarana Upadhi. Therefore, what he is saying is, these Triputi is the expression of the Atma only. Thus, the division of these three is putting on Paramatma and then saying that he is no more the Satyam or Avikari, he has changed. Therefore, your words of Satyam Jnanavanantam on Brahma are invalid. That's how the Purvapakshya disciple is trying to discuss. So that is sorted out in this way. Only it is a upachara. First point. Now, second level of contemplation, third level of contemplation, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, almost 8 levels are there here. Each of them are so divine, so deep, so sacred. This is the pure Vedantic Adhyanam. This is called as Tattva Vichara, Atma Vicharana, Brahma Vicharana. First, the Satyam Jnanamanandam are proved. Then, luckily, the Purvapakshi has asked the questions. And while answering all of them, 2 things are done. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman alone is everywhere permeating. Everything other than him is actually Karyatata Upachara only, unreal. It's not really there. This is what an intellect of a pure Vedantin rises to. Yet, he, after having intellectually understood, should experience it in him. Then only he'll get the actual mukti. Only by intellectual understanding, mukti has never come to anyone. Fine. Now, second one. What is that? Yattu Brahmanaha Vijnanam. Now, the Satyatva of the Brahma, Jnaptitva of the Brahma, Ananta of the Brahma, next level of explanation, is such an inseparable thing from the Brahma, actually by any means. What are the separable things? The Nama Nami separation, the Vyakarana Yukta sentence separation, they will come in the future topics. They all will be denied. Before talking about those to be denied things, the actual thing is said. Just like the Karyata Upacharatam, then Swarupa Avyatireka, the sentence is made. Then it is proved through example. Here also, Yattu Brahmanaha Vijnanam means the word used for Brahman is Vijnanam, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Now that Jnapti aspect or the Jnanam aspect or the Vijnanam aspect of the Brahman is what is like what relation to the Brahma, उस विज्ञान रूपता का ब्रह्म से कैसा संबंध है? नो बी अटेंटिव हियर. उस स्वीटनेस का उस शुगर से कैसा संबंध है? That is what he is saying. He is giving two examples exactly like this, sugar and sweet only. Yattu brahmana vijnanam tatu. Examples are given first, then the sentence is made. Examples are savitru prakashavatu agni ushnavatu. Examples are given. Now the sentence. What is sentence? कि ब्रह्म स्वरूप अव्यतिरिक्तम स्वरूपम एव. ब्रह्म स्वरूप से अलग नहीं रहने वाला स्वरूप ही है विज्ञान शब्द, वो ब्रह्म के लिए. यत्तु ब्रह्मण विज्ञानम सवित्र प्रकाशवत अग्नि उष्णवत ब्रह्म स्वरूप अव्यतिरिक्त स्वरूपमेव. Now if you catch the example, you will be able to catch the thing also. That's how the lucky thing for us is what? There are the examples for us to understand. They accept the presence of the Brahman to be like that. But example की तरह वस्तु नहीं है फिर वो बाहर. That is what we have to discover as our own self inside. So again and again, the light of the sun, Savitru Prakasha, the fire, hot heat of the fire. These two are words used. The genitive case it is called in English. The sixth case is genitive case. There is no genitive case relation. कि भगवान सूर्य का रोशनी है ना, अग्नि का गर्मी. Heat off is the sixth case. Heat of the sun, heat of the light of the sun, or heat of the fire. Do you understand? That genitive case, sixth one. Though the sentence is Savitru Prakasha, but that is such a inseparable thing, the Savita and Prakasha, that this genitive case is neither there nor required. Inasmuch as Savita himself is Prakasha, Prakasha himself is Savita. Later on, another question will come. That means, is the Prakasha is the name of Savita, or is the Savita is the name of Prakasha? Like that, is the Satyam is the name of the Brahma? Jnana में name, वो भी नहीं है बताएंगे आगे. So that's how everything is rejected on the heated contemplation meditation. That what remains is non-rejectable, the self, which is experiential. इसका मतलब आत्मा के ऊपर कुछ भी आप बोलो और कहो, सब अज्ञान है. That's all upachara. That is all upadhi janita. That is what creates problem. So this example understood the second explanation, like Savitru Prakasha, like the Agni Ushna, Brahma Swarupa, Avyatreka Swarupa. The Satyam Brahma is not, Satyam is something, Brahma is something. Satyam eva Brahma, Brahma eva Satyam. Again, don't try to look at it as an object. That is a problem. It is an anubhuti. I am that Brahman who is Satyam. I am that Brahman who is Chit Jnanam. I am that Brahman who is Ananta. Satyam is what? It is an anubhuti, as we told you. What anubhuti? That I am never changeable. Jnapti is an anubhuti, that I am the pure consciousness. Anantata anubhuti, I am endless. It is an anubhuti of the real self in us. That is a Brahma Swarupa Lakshana. So, these three words are Savitru Prakasha, Agni Ushnavata, Brahma Swarupa, Avyatireka Swarupam, they are. Okay? Avyatiriktam Swarupam eva. Avyatiriktam is not other. Now, its explanation is told. First, tat na karanantara savyapeksham. There is no karana required for So, there is no karanantara savyapeksham means what? For Brahman to exist, there is no other cause. For Gnapti, there is no other cause. And the Gnapti and Brahma are not two separate things. Karanantara na savyapeksham. There is no other karana for the Brahman to be Gnapti Swarupa. Like any Vritti Jnana we have to have, you need to have the Chaitanya Atma riding on the Antakarana through that Indriyas going and taking the shape of the object. So for that Jnanam, you need to have the Chaitanya Atma support. For that Jnanam, you need the Antakarana. For that Jnanam, the Antakarana needs the Indriya. Antakarana just like Jakar, Shabda Sparsha Rupa Ras ko nahi pakadta. That is why in the Yoga Darshana, that beautiful word, Indriya Pranalikaya. Nalika of the Indriya. There is no confusion. See, when the Atma Vastu is expressing through I, it is only seeing forms and shapes and colors, not the sounds. See that setup that is existing. The Atma Vastu through the ears, it is only listening to the sounds. It is not seeing the objects. Though I say, Acha, I see, when somebody is talking something, you say, I see. It is Uvacharat. I see means I am visualizing what you are saying. Then I see is not with आंखों से दिमाग में समझ में आ रहा है मुझे ओ आई सी then I went there ओ आई सी then I fell there ओ आई सी then my knee broken ओ आई सी everything is ओ आई सी. So for Brahma to be Gnapti, there is no Karana. Therefore, when there is no Karana, it is Swarupa. It is not a Swarupa, it's Karana. Like the pot is not a Swarupa of the pot. Therefore, it has a Karana. Its a Karana is mud. Mud has no other cause. Therefore, it has no any Karya out of it. ये अपना स्वरूप है वो. You understood? For the pot, there is a Karana, the mud. Therefore, pot is not its own Swarupa, though you call it as pot. कोई कारण. In this way, there is no Karanatva for the Brahma to be Gnapti. That's why it is its own Swarupa. इसमें कार्य कारण संबंध कोई नहीं है. Wherever the karya karana sambandha is there, then always the karana is the swarupa, karya is something superimposition. So here, the Gnapti Swarupa is not a separate thing superimposed on him because its own Swarupa. Why? It has no other Karana. For having the knowledge of the world, we have the Antakarana, we have the Indriyas, we have the Vritti formation, we have to have the illumination of that Vritti by the Chaitanya Atma. Tab Jakar, we have the object knowledge. The Pratyaksha Pramanam, which we are studying now in Yoga Darshana. But for the Atma to be Gnapti, there is no Karana. That means it is Swarup. क्योंकि कारण नहीं है, वो खुद ही कारण है. खुद ही को कारण नहीं कहते हैं. It is its Swarupa, that's it. You can't call the mud is the Karana of the mud. Arey, the muddy-headed fellow says like that. It is its Swarupa. So therefore, because there is no other Karana, again the same point is proved that it is only Swarupa. See, one example is Savitru Prakasha and Agni Ushna. Examples that the Gnapti of the Atma or Brahman is Jnanam eva Brahma, Brahma eva Jnanam, or Gnapti or Avabodha. Explanation is what? There is no Karanam first. For the Brahma to be consciousness, there is no Karanam. For the Gnapti to be Brahman, there is no Karanam. Therefore, Gnapti alone is Brahman, Brahman alone is Gnapti. There are only two words, but it is one. Only Gnapti, if you say, you ask, who's Gnapti? We have to say Brahma. Only Brahma we say, we ask, what are the guna? Therefore, you have to say Gnapti. It is only for explanation and transaction purpose this language has come. But that language only is creating all problem. The talking alone is creating problem. The contemplation, thinking alone is creating problem. Is it not? And there's no other way than thinking, talking, and making thought of it. That's how in Vedanta, one by Lord's grace, as I told you in the beginning, gets that intuitive power to deny, devalue that which is not required. What is not required is unnecessary questioning. So much of questioning, trying to insist on. That intuitive power will come. After that, the intuitive power, what will it do? Now it is understood. I need not worry about the questioning, answering. And now I have to experience that Brahman. द इंट्यूटिव पावर जिसको नहीं आया उसको दिमाग में ही लड़ाई चलता रहता है. आई हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड, आई हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड. I mean, there's nothing to understand. Right? Self alone is real. It has never become anything. If it is anything, it is karyatva. It's all upachara. Now reach to that self which has not become. Don't question about the world in which you are already caught up. That is called as Maya. That is called as the habits. That's called as the vasana. That is called as ego. That is called as sense of insecurity. All those words, whatever you use, all arising because of it. One intuitive power coming through the grace of God cuts us under all these problems. I understood the Brahman is unchangeable, Satyam Jnanantam. Now let me experience him on the seat of meditation. And to such person, yo vedanitam guhayam parame vyoman, the next sentence continues. But before that, this has to be sorted out. That is how the struggle of the guru to teach, difficulty of the disciple to understand. Both of them. But as you are repeatedly saying, we are slowly dropping the notions. Notions dropping is called spirituality. And everything other than Brahma is notion only. Your hand, it's all notion. Like the pot, mud became a pot, it's a notion. But you are using the pot, therefore you don't want to leave the reality given to pot, therefore you hold on to it. But the bargain may, you are missing the mud. Understand? In the same way, subjectively also, we are holding on to the Panchakosha Yuktopadhi and then therefore continuing as Jiva. That is why everybody we are conditioned to take as Jivas. The whole world is other than us. Because the notion that these Panchakoshas are me, I am forced to take the other part of the world as other than me and the people as other than me. That's why in the Nidra, this I am Devasmi notion is dropped. Therefore, none of the world also is there. In Sapna, this Deha is dropped. Therefore, this is Deha Sambandhi Vishyas are not there. Some other Deha is projected and all the relations also projected there in dream. निद्रा में दोनों नहीं है देह नहीं है इसलिए देर नो दुनिया अदर देन मी try to carry this point. Strong notions we have everywhere. Everything is a notion. He is good, he is bad. Nobody is good permanently, nobody is bad permanently. But we have made notions. Everything is notion in this world. World itself is a notion. We have come up to the tat na karanantara savyapeksham. And that has to prove why nitya atma swarupatvato. Okay? द ब्रह्म का नित्य आत्म स्वरूप ज्ञप्ति ही है therefore उसका कोई कारण नहीं है and it is related like savitra prakasha inseparable. This is after the earlier explanation is given that the karyatva is केवल उपचार स्वरूप का अव्यतिरेक है कभी व्यतिरेक नहीं हुआ. That is the Brahman. So when I sit, close my eyes, instead of seeing consciousness, I am seeing the mind, I am seeing the thoughts. When I open the eyes, I am seeing the entire world. Ears opened, the world of sounds are heard. All of that is sorted out here. The Shuddha Gnapti alone is reality, all pervading me. In me, the Antakarana, the Vritti, and outside through the Antakarana and Indriya, seeing the world, Sara Upachar hai. And very subtle thing is what? Is the Antakarana and the Indriyas. Because of which the Paramatma alone is seen as the world. Where are Antakarana and Indriya? In reality, they also are not there. It's like the hands and legs of the idol, Hanumanji, are making the gold is taken as the Hanuman Murti, Hanumanji. Hands and legs are the upadhis of Hanumanji. You are making the gold taken as Hanumanji. But where are the hands and legs? They themselves have no independent existence. They are also the gold. देखो, why do you call that Murti is Hanumanji? Because of the tail, because of the different face, because of the gada in the hand. They are all the upadhis which are making the gold to be taken as Hanumanji, certainly. But each of the part, where do they exist? In the Paramatma. So too, Antakarana and Indriyas are projecting on Paramatma only the world. On the Paramatma only the world. And where are the Antakarana and Indriya? Can they exist without Paramatma? No. That is called Upadhitva. खुद का एग्जिस्टेंस नहीं होते हुए भी, परमात्मा के अनुग्रह से रहते हुए भी, अपने लक्षणों को उसी परमात्मा में आरोपित करने वाला उस स्थिति को उपाधित्व कहते हैं. Like the pot. There is no pot. It's a very interesting discussion. Very deep it is. That pot which you take as reality and make the mud as absent or unreal itself is not real. Why do you call it a pot? Because it has that shape and it has got some hole up above so that the water is put. Because of these upadhis, there are upadhis only a kalpana. Because of these upadhis, the mud is taken as pot. But are these upadhis called as the shape of the pot and all exist apart from the mud? Interesting. See, this is called the subtle inquiry. ये कभी हमने कोशिश नहीं किया इस तरह से सोचने का, समझने का. Ornamentation is an upadhi, because of which gold is called as a necklace or anything. But this ornamentation, which is a shape and form, where is it existing other than the gold? This is called the upadhi. So therefore the indriyas and antakarana are the upadhis which are projecting the world as Paramatma as world. But these upadhi also cannot exist without him. Then what is sadhana? These upadhis, instead of seeing the outer world, see their own self, inner self. That is why kene shitam patati preshitam mana questions come from there. He is an evolved questioner, student who is not asking about the world seen through the indriyas. He is asking that because of which the indriyas are able to function. Mana is able to function. Therefore, his question has become, he's got an answer from Guru, which has become an Upanishad. Because it has taken to the Brahma or Satya or Atmavastu. Toward the end, he says, Pratibodha viditam matam amrutam. Whether transcendentally you see he is Parabrahma only, immanently in every of the Bodha or the every Upadhi, what you are seeing is your own Brahman self, you don't have doubt. After studying the Kena Upanishad through Bhashyam. So, Kena isitam preshitam manaha, Kena prana pratama praiti yuktaha, Kene shitam vachamimam vadanti, Chakshushrotram kau devo yunat. Who is the one because of whom all the upadhis are working? And working in these respective fields. By the Atma. This Atma without changing itself, taken by as this, when the Atman is not discovered on the contemplative, meditative self. And सारे संशयों का छेदन केवल आत्मा अनुभव में होता है. तब तक बौद्धिक understanding will come, but it will not have confirmation. Still there will be always doubt. Therefore, when will be the samshayaha chidyante? Tasmin dushte paravar. Vidyate hridaya granthe chidyante sarva samshayaha. When? Only when the experience comes. Like rasavarjam, rasopi asya param drishtva nivartate, as said in Gita. Only परमात्मा अनुभव में ही सारे संशय वगैरह जाते हैं. But before the Anubhava, to get the Anubhava to some level, the intellect will help us in understanding. That's what is the entire process of Upanishads and Bhashya, to make us our intellect to come to a certain understanding, so that we have not gone away in the misunderstandings lost. This understanding makes us focus on self. When the focus on self is reached, with this focus, the self is reached, understanding itself is not required, because it's direct experience now. But to experience, some effort is required. To effort, you have to have some conviction. For that conviction is all the struggle of making us understand. If this understanding called intellect's work has not started, then our life will be with misunderstanding only. What is that? Indriyas, mana are real. Through them, the world seen is real. Therefore, all activities in the world are real. In this samsara, we get lost. It's called samsara. But intellectually understand how much ever is happening, everything, yet it is not real. Reality is Parabrahma. When you go to that level, then we see that Brahman alone is there. No action, nowhere. Nothing is happening. Neither action nor modification. All put together is what is rejected by Gaudapada Acharya when he said, neither creation is there, nor the Bandhanam is there, nor the moksha is there. Na Nirodha, na Utpatti. That is very high level abstract sentence. That is. Up to we have come this point of Karanantara Savipeksha hai. There is no Karanantara Savipekshata, then Nitya Atma Swaruvatvat. Itna ayam agayam. Now the next is what? Sarva Bhavanam cha Tena Brahmana Avibhakta Desha Kalatvat. This and next one Kala Akashadi Karanatvat. Then next one Niritishaya Sukshmatvat. Then न तस्य अन्यदस्ति, then न तस्य अभिज्ञेयमस्ति, then न तस्य ततः सूक्ष्ममस्ति, then न ततः व्यवहितमस्ति, न ततः विप्रकुष्टमस्ति, न ततः भूतमस्ति, भवदस्ति, भविष्यद्वा अस्ति. So many things we have to analyze now. Then the conclusion is Tasmat Sarvagnyam Brahma. What is Sarvagnyam? Sarva plus Gnapti Swarupa. That alone and that alone is consciousness. Not Sarvagna like we are Alpagna. That's the last 13th or 14th point it is. So these 7-8 things also, we will struggle. Thoda koshish karenge. Why should we give up? And tomorrow that 20-15 minutes we'll spend for it. Then comes to the next one. इसका दो उदाहरण देने के बाद I have seen it. So 3 days back we saw it. Again we are going slow, trying to see can we reach to the depths of the understanding. मुझे ऐसा नहीं लगना चाहिए कि मैंने कह दिया विदाउट माय ओन अंडरस्टैंडिंग. आपको ऐसा नहीं लगना चाहिए कि आपने सुन ली बट कुछ समझ में आया नहीं. It's not we are completing the text. No, we are trying to understand what is said in the text. So, okay, we need 2-3 days more for completing this whole portion. Tomorrow, all these one by one word, when we conclude, along with the what is called the udaharanas given, then we'll have 2 more topics to discuss about the nama nami sambandha and the vakya sambandha between the Satyam and Brahma. That also is rejected. That why that every grammar is rejected, every indriya is rejected, every antakarana and its pravritti is rejected, every triputi is rejected, even the chidabhas is rejected, and all that rejected. What unrejectable thing remains is that Satyam Jnanavantam, that is Brahma, and that Satyam Jnanavantam Brahma is actual real me, not the Dehadi Upadhyukta Jiva. That's how intellectual understand. Now the data is pakka with us, then we can correctly meditate. Then it's called true meditation, nididhyasana. In that, actually we transcend all that, we will experience it. Then only the neti neti is valid. If intellectually through this analysis, Brahman alone, Satyam Jnanavanantam, everything other than him is not real. If intellectually that is not understood, then the rejection cannot be done by us. Even after understanding, Because of the habit, still it remains. That will be rejected on the seat of meditation because the knowledge is already come. Like a person is bad. So you understood him like that. Somebody told or he only told he is not bad. So knowledge came to you, but still you have to reject the thought that he is bad for some time. Till that thought goes away. You have to do. Because just you have understood him as good, immediately the badness of him, it won't go. Suddenly नहीं जाता वो. थोड़ा निधि ध्यान करना पड़ता है. Vyatiraga karna. In the same way, intellectually understood, still all of them remain. They have to be rejected on the dhyana avastha. Every day we do that. And again do the vyavahara. Again few hours. Again. In that way, vyavaharik dharma, little bit, whatever to manage ourselves we have to do, we did it. Remaining hours we are only on meditation to do the Vyatireka of the entire world. Because logically it is proved, it is all unreal or mithya. In the rejection of it only through vidya, the self which is already existing is experienced as the self. Self is not like one shirt opened and another shirt is taken up. That is jiva, leaves one body and takes another. For the self, rejection of the not self is enough. Self remains. That is the experience. There also to remove the doubt, thought that I am not the self, I am this self, I am this self is said. That is only again to remove the अन्यथा ग्रहणम और अग्रहणम. सत्व से अग्रहणम को हमें रिजेक्ट करना है, अन्यथा ग्रहणम को भी रिजेक्ट करना है. That we'll discuss little length में tomorrow. Om 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Om 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. परब्रह्म भगवान की जय. थैंक यू.